Hey there, thanks for watching. This is another quick video review of a small pocket or keychain tool that I'm a big fan of. It is the Swiss+Tech Utilikey. There's a newer version of this. This is the older one, the 6-in-1, and I prefer it. I think the newer one's bulkier, and I just like the design of this early one better. It's a little bit thinner, a little bit lighter, a little bit easier to deal with on the keys. So here it is on my keyring. You can see it's a little bit longer than everything else on my keys. It's even a hair longer than my car key, but still very, very thin and weighs just about nothing. And to open it, it's fairly easy. Just take the two. It's kind of like a scissors action there. You just kind of pop it open, and it comes right off your keyring. And that was on my Lucky Line Flex-O-Loc keyring, but if you've got a standard split ring, that's what it'll look like on those as well. So there it is next to a house key. Give you another good quick comparison there. So very light, very thin, very easy to open. The first time I had this, first time I got this, actually for a second couldn't figure out how to open it. It seemed like it had a strong detent as far as pulling it apart, and I just kind of went for it with gusto and yanked it, and that was it. So what you got on here is a little section of plain edge blade, and it's not very sharp. It's not insanely sharp, but it's enough to get the job done. You've got some serrated edge there, obviously. If you need to rip through a little bit of plastic, maybe a little those little plastic threads that they attach your tags on your clothing with. You're cutting through that kind of thing. Maybe a little bit of cardboard. Goes through easy enough. I haven't used the blade on here too much, just a couple times just to test it out, and it does okay for what it is. Has a nice little bottle opener on it, and this actually clicks into several different positions. So right here it's actually locked into position at about a 90-degree angle, and then you can take it all the way clicked open 180 degrees to where it's one long tool, and it does click into place again here. It's locked into place. So you do have a little bottle opener on there. Put that under the cap and pry it up, and you've also got a Phillips screwdriver on the very tip of that, and it's great. It's about the same size as the one on the Victorinox Rally, fairly similar, a little bit bigger, and just as effective. Works nicely. And then in addition to that, you've got two. Close her back up. See again, it clicks in at the 90-degree space. You've got a larger flathead screwdriver there, and then all the way at the other end, the other corner, you've got a thin little flathead screwdriver. And this one works great for eyeglasses, and I use this to tighten down the screws on the hinges on my Vans sunglasses. They're a little Wayfarer style, and this works famously for tightening and loosening that screw on the hinge. It's just the perfect size. So just as advertised, it works great. So you've got your plain edge, you've got your serrated edge, two different size flathead, bottle opener, and your Phillips there. So altogether, I think it's a pretty effective tool. For the size it is, there's no reason not to throw it on there. I have a lot of redundancy, like a lot of you guys are into knives and gear and stuff. I have a lot of redundancy on my keys, and carrying several blades during the day. I think we mostly just do it because it's fun. In an emergency it might be effective, but it's just good fun. And I think this is one of those things that's so small, just throw it on there. Add it on there with your keys, and if you're also carrying your, if you got your Swiss Army knife on there too, who cares? It's just more good stuff, fun stuff to show off and play with. And this thing will run you about anywhere from $6 to about $10, depending on where you buy it. Highly recommend it. Give it a chance. Check it out. Pick one up. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.